Chapter 1. Working late one night in his dimly lit cubicle, Stan struggled to catch up on the day's workload. The building was eerily silent, with only a few flickering fluorescent lights casting unsettling shadows across the empty office. As the clock struck 2 a.m., Stan pondered whether it was late or early. He glanced back at the mountain of paperwork on his desk, realizing he had barely made a dent. A sudden shiver ran down his spine as his pen inexplicably rolled off the desk, seemingly guided by an unseen force. From the far corner of the office, a distant grinding and crushing sound began to echo through the air. It grew steadily louder, sending waves of dread washing over Stan. Panic gripped him, and he abruptly rose from his seat, his eyes wide with terror. In a frenzied rush, he fled from his cubicle, the ominous noise chasing him down the long, dimly lit corridor. Exhaustion weighed him down, causing him to stumble. Desperately, he reached out and used his right hand to brace himself against the rough-textured wall. He had no choice but to keep running, for the relentless sound pursued him relentlessly. With every step, Stan's fear intensified. But as he ran, he gradually realized that something was horribly wrong. The texture of the wall against his hand felt unusually rough, like coarse sandpaper. Yet he couldn't halt his escape or release his grip on the wall, fearing that he would lose his balance. Time seemed to stretch on indefinitely as Stan continued his mad dash. Eventually, he noticed a disturbing absence. His hand could no longer feel the wall's rough texture. Bewildered, he glanced down and was struck by a horrifying realization. His hand and forearm had vanished, leaving behind a gruesome, bloody stump. The nightmarish sound filled every corner of the corridor, and Stan's terror reached its peak. His legs gave way and he tumbled to the ground, unable to stop the gruesome progression. The grinding noise closed in on him, and the world faded